Okay, good morning everybody. Today we would be starting with a blind 75 lead code series where we would be trying to solve all these questions in like 5 to 10 days, and we'll be uploading all the content on YouTube so that you guys can fetch it up from YouTube for free. And the main purpose is the learning purpose. If you're learning a new thing, then that's your benefit. Okay, and starting soon. So basically, as we can see, the very first thing that we need to start with is to understand the question and what it is trying to talk to us. Okay. So basically, what things you have over here, this is not like a normal problem. Okay. Any tech issue is like the screen is trying to communicate with you, it's trying to help you understand what is the issue, trying to help you fix it, and giving you up the normal errors and everything like that. So it says given an unsorted array of integer nums, we have an array of integer that we call nums, and we have nums over here like this. So basically we have to return the length of the longest consecutive element sequence. Okay. So what do we mean by longest consecutive element sequence? Consecutive elements means that they have to be in order, like one, two, three, four, five, not in a specific like the deranged order. Okay, but an order needs to be specific. So, like if you're starting from one, we'll start with one, two, three, four, five. If you're starting with five, we'll start with five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. If you're starting with 50, 50, 51, 52, 53. So, in the given array, we need to check how many consecutive integers are occurring. Okay, so now coming up to the sample inputs and sample outputs. So as you can see, we are given with constants. Nobody looks over to the constant, but this is one of the very important thing. So our nums dot length can go up to 10 raised to power 5 starting from 0. And the nums dot I are the values that are inside our nums dot length. So they could vary from minus 1 billion till up to 1 billion. Okay, got it. We must write an algorithm that runs in big O of n time. So what does this mean? So looking at a problem like this, the very first thing that comes to our mind is to sort it up and just check how many integers are lying consecutive and return those. But in order to sort it, we would take a of log n, and another filtering it out would take our o of n. So o of log n plus n, and it would like eradicate our time complexity of O of n over here. So we need to write something like set map that would take a constant operation of O of big O of n. So because we just have to check the consecutive elements, we are not taking up a hash map, because with hash map we get the exact key value pair. Over here we can just use the set. Okay, so how do we define a set? Set of integers, let's name it set, is equals to new hash set, the arrows and the curly braces. So before starting on, let's hop on to the edge cases. Over here we have nums. Over here we can have empty nums too. Nums is equals to, or nums is equals to 0. Then we directly return 0. Or else we move forward, we put up a for loop. We can even put up a for each loop where basically we are not working with the indices right now. I don't want to know where is my consecutive elements are stored. If we want to know where our consecutive elements are stored, like over here, so over here we just have to return the number of occurrences, like one, two, three, four. It's four. Give it out four. No indices required. So we'll work with for int each loop only. Int each loop starts iterates on nums, and we do nums. We add it up in our set that we just have introduced. Set dot add, and we add each over here, because each is the one iterating. So our set, as we know, doesn't store any. value key value pair, it just stores the values. So over here we have something in our set like 100, 4, 200, 132. Okay, how did we do it? We started iterating each through 100. 100 is iterated and added to our set. Same goes to for 4, same goes to for 200. Okay, moving forward, now we need to return the streak or the recurrences of the word. So int, let's take it streak is equals to 0, as initialized it would be 0 only. We can start another for loop for int each iterates through our set. Now because our set is populated, now we have all these values in our set. So now what do? Now we check if our set dot contains a value of each minus 1. If our set does not contain a value of each minus 1, that basically means if our 100 minus 1 is equals to 99, so that means that our relation with the streak is happening and starting right on. Okay, like this is the first time I am encountering a element that I need to count in how many uh, consecutive elements streak does it have. So basically, what do? We update our int streak to 1, and also each. So as you can see, what did I do over here? I marked up our new element as each now. The element and our streak would tell us that it is the first time that we are having something like this, and current each is equals to each, and our, so yeah, we are good to go with this. And after that, what we can do is we can put up a while loop and we can check if set dot contains current each plus 1. If it contains the current each plus 1, then what do? We do current each plus equals to 1, and we do the same for our current streak too. And then after this, we update our streak is equals to math dot max of our current streak, comma, and after that we just return our streak. Let's see if it is compiling successfully or do we have any issues over here. Okay, compilation error if nums dot length is equals to 0 or nums is equals to 0. Okay, my bad, guys. And if num is equals to 0, because this dot length, then we have to use null, or else we can move forward with num is equal. I guess this would rectify this error now. Is it not understanding what I'm trying to do? Nums dot length is equals to num 0, or nums is equals to 0. Everything looks fine now. Then we directly return a 0. Okay, this putta. Okay, set integers. Now these are just bad operands errors. Okay, there's no error with the logic, as you guys can see. So let me do a dry run for this too. Okay, as you can see, we have over here 100, 4, 200, 132. So now what is happening? If our nums is equals to none, or nums dot length is equal, this is the edge case. Like if we get a empty set of nums, or if we get a uh, dot length is equals to 0, then we directly return 0. That is like, okay, no worries. And after that, we iterate it up, we put it up in our set. Now we have something like this. And after that, we are starting with our streak. Okay. So the main logic comes over here where you guys need to focus. Okay. So let's start up. See, we start with int streak is equals to 0, and we start up a for loop to our set that is populated with values. Set, the very first element that we have in our set is 100. Okay, so what we do is, what we check. Now we check if set dot contains 99. If set does not contain 99, then this says that this is our longest streak for right now. Because as we don't know if in the upcoming integers it would be something like 100 only, then we have to return 100 as the answer 1. Okay, so what we did was, we checked if we do have something in a consecutive element stored in our answer array. So no, the answer was no. We don't have a 99 in our populated set. So we move forward and we initialize a new integer that is current each, just to track the values of the upcoming or lowering integers without changing these values that are stored in our set. Okay, we put current each is equals to each, that would be 100 again. Okay, and int current streak is equals to 1. Right now everything's moving perfect. Now we check, while set dot contains current each plus 1, 100 plus 1, does it contain? No, it does not contain. So this stops, we come out, we go to the second element, that is 4. And for 4, we check if set dot, if set does not contains a minus 1. False, it contains 3. So we pop out, we move to another one, we move to 200, we get the same result. Then we move to 1. Okay, now for 1, does it contains a 0? For 1, it asks like it does not contains a value 0. So our current each is now updated as 1. Now we move forward. Current streak is now 1, 2. Now we check. Our set dot contains a plus 1, 2. Yes, it contains a plus 1, 2. So our current each is updated to 2 now. And our current streak that we were counting is updated to 2 now. We check again if set dot contains 2 plus 1, 3. Yes, it does. We have a 3 right here. So our current each gets converted to 3. Our current streak gets converted to 3. After that, we check again. The while loop keeps on happening until the return statement is false. We check for 4. We check for 3 plus 1. Do we have a 4 in our answer array? Yes, we do. It's over here. And we change our current each to 4. We change our current streak to 4. And now we check again. Do we have another 4 plus 1, 5 in our array? It says no. And look at this. We have covered all our answer array. Now 5 is false, so we check. Now mat.max of int streak was 1 and a 4. What is the answer? Mat.max is 4. We return 4. And that's it. This is how we solve our answer.